Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about Pentecost. This is my final video for the 2013-2014 church year series that I'm doing. And although basically Pentecost is not the end of the church year, it's basically the end of the first half. The second half of the church year is basically this entire period that's referred to as time after Pentecost, starting with Trinity Sunday and ending with what most call Christ the King, All Saints Day, and Reformation Day for Lutherans only. Well, for Lutherans, Reformation Day. Possibly other Protestant groups also occur during that. And sometimes churches might observe days of specific saints, this one, that one. Like, I remember a while ago, the church I go to, observed the Feast of Mary Magdalene. But anyway, this is basically Pentecost it's officially the day where the Holy Spirit entered into the disciples. And, well, what does it mean? Well, and how to observe it? So, I think last year the way I observed it was, I tried to live a spirit-led day, as, I was kind of inspired by Joanna DeVoe's video on that. And so I think that's a good thing to do, a good way to observe Pentecost. But I think really what Pentecost really means to me is mostly it's the final part of the written portion of the journey. Like, in my Easter video, I kind of used the Lord of the Rings analogy. Pentecost is maybe the part where maybe right after Frodo has gone on the boat to live with the elves, Sam comes home, and then in the novel he's indoors and sits in a chair with his family. In the movie, Peter Jackson's movie, he, right outside of his home, he picks up his child and hugs his wife, and the final words are, well, I'm back. I think in many ways that's what Pentecost is, sort of the final part of the written portion. But after that, I mean, in the appendix for The Lord of the Rings, there's all this other stuff. Sam becomes the mayor of Hobbiton and all this and that, and in the appendix he goes on to the Grey Havens. There's all this other stuff. I think another analogy I could give is Star Wars. Even before the prequel trilogy, there were all these additional novels of the untold parts of the story, untold adventures. I think time after Pentecost is kind of the untold adventures, possibly. Or I think another analogy could be Harry Potter. I mean, the Harry Potter books kind of begin with him beginning the school year, and then it ends right before summer, and they don't really talk much about during the summer, what he does during the summer, and then the next novel begins kind of after the summer. Usually. I guess that's sort of the format, but anyway, Pentecost really, what it means to me is kind of, in some ways it's both the conclusion, but the conclusion is always just the beginning. And I think, I guess that's what Pentecost means to me. I've talked a little bit about it, but and this has been my Church Year 2013-2014 series. I'll probably make a more detailed series for 2014-2015 or not. I really can't decide. Thank you for watching. Shalom.